Welcome back, guys, to Bluudys Garage and a video on the Alfa. I love that car. Just looking at me right now, it's just like well evil. So the first thing we need to do on this car is get it working. And to get it working, we need to swap the turbo. And there's no way around it. It's a little bit of a big job, but I'm looking forward to it. Remember back from the unveiling video, I did fire it up very briefly and it did smoke and it sounded horrible. Like it was freaking just doing what it wanted inside and scratching the inside of the turbos. Not good. So we need to get it off, get a replacement, and we can send that back and get some money. I think that's how it works on an exchange basis. So let's start by having a look at what we've got to do and then do it. Hey guys, one more thing I wanted to say to you before we continue with this video is some of you may have noticed, and some of you have noticed, that underneath this video is not so much an advertisement, but it's merchandise being sold on behalf of me by Teespring. So on there we've got Bluudys Garage hoodies, t-shirts, socks, mugs with our branding on, my branding on. And I'll be adding new designs and stuff like that as we go along. So some of you has already seen it and you've been buying some of the stock already, which is awesome, and thank you very, very much for the guys that's doing it. The best bit is I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with like the packaging and like that. It's all done by Teespring, which is an external company. They get the orders and they send it all out. So it's absolutely amazing. If you guys want to check it out, just click on any of the stuff that's below this video. They're on all my videos now, and go and take a look. Thank you very much, guys, for your support as always. Let's continue with this video. So here is our magnificent monstrosity, which is the Alfa, and it's lovely JTDM 16 valve, which is essentially the Z19 DCH from the Vauxhalls. Underneath that heat cover there is the turbo. It might even be a little bit wet down there, which is obviously another sign that the turbo is leaking. But we need to get that bad boy out, and there doesn't look a lot of room. So we're going to get the car in the air as well. Probably have to get the engine cover off because it's probably going to get out the bottom. Don't know if any of these pipes need to come off, these coolant pipes. Maybe not if we're going out the bottom, but I don't know. It depends how much access we've got. We need to make as much room as possible to make life easier as possible. So I'm going to have a quick scoot around on the net, find out which is the best way to take it off, if it's from the bottom or from the top, and let's crack on and do it. So we're having a quick read on the internet. We need to start by removing this pipe, which goes to the turbo. That will then allow us hopefully to get to the heat shield bolt, so we can take the heat shield out, which you can just see, which actually looks in pretty good condition. After that we need to remove the pipe that comes from the intercooler to the turbo. That's the one down the bottom in the middle of the screen. Not sure if you can see it. We've got to undo the cap which comes off it. Maybe part of the exhaust, disconnect the lambda sensor. We've got to move the oil dipstick out of the way because you can see it's in the way. It's going to be quite a pain, but it does go out the bottom, I believe. Having a quick read now while you guys are watching, looking at my car. Don't remove the turbo from manifold. No. Undo the. It doesn't say. I'm sure put it on the workbench. Now you can safely lower the exhaust manifold, including the turbo. Yeah, it goes out the bottom. So we're gonna have to get the front of the car in the air. I may as well get it on the ramps. So I can't remember if I've already shown you that I've got the car in the air, but the car's in the air. So I've been starting by taking this pipe off. I've already got stuck, so I've undone it there, but I can't get to where the clamp is to undo it off the turbo. So I thought, well, I may as well go straight underneath and start working underneath. Now, first off, there is the engine cover, or what's left of it, and it won't be going back on because I've read a lot online that the engine cover keeps in moisture and water and makes things rust. So that's one of the bottom brackets. That's rusted through and made a hole, but it's not structural, thank fuck. Excuse my language, but I can replace that, I'm assuming, and hopefully get another one. It just helps support the front of the car. I think the radiator or intercooler might be set up there. So all this, I need to adjust my stand and the camera. There we go. So all this is solid. I've smacked the crap out of it with a hammer and it's solid. It's just needs some more paint. So I'm gonna get some stone chip on there, just like I'm gonna do on the MR2, just to help preserve it. I'm gonna get my wire brush, scrape off any flaking stuff. As you can see, it's coming off. Touch it all in so it's gonna last forever, or at least last while I've got the car. Same on that side, because I want it to last. Same up here. Anywhere where there's a bit of rust, I'm going to clean it up as best I can and touch it with a bit of stone chip. I can also see that the tyre's bowled on the inside as well, so I need a new tyre on both sides. And the back tyres are pretty low, except for that one, so I'm going to get back tyres all the way around as well. It's a bit wet in here. I think it's diesel. I need to investigate a bit more. While I'm down here, I'm going to undo the cat, or the bolts off the bottom of the cat, the bolts I can get to on the heat shield, and hopefully get this pipe off as well for the intercooler and clean it up a bit, because obviously it's covered in crap. So I'm going to go back to the top of the engine now and I'll show you the top of the injectors, because I think the injectors are probably leaking. I don't know if that's an easy fix or not, but I'll show you in a second. So inside the injectors is a bit wet, but I can't tell now if it's oil or diesel, but we'll get to the bottom of that at some point. So part way through my video, I get a phone call from somebody. Look who's turned up! Look at him! Everyone's been asking where you've been. I've said you've been dead, man.
Been dead, yeah. A lot of people probably don't know who I am.
This is Chris.
Hi guys.
He helped build the Supra a lot, and a lot of the other cars.
Yeah.
He's come to see my new house and the Alfa.
Just live a little bit far away now.
He does live a long way away.
Left us.
I have left you. I want to show the guys what I've just done. Obviously, I've just dropped this exhaust. Ready? Move that. Oh, look at that! Oh, guys, can you even see it on camera? Look at it pouring out the oil. Oh, dude, there's so much in it. Oh, look at it. Do I ever replace the old exhaust?
No, it'll burn off.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It'll smoke for a while.
Oh, yeah, it smokes a lot. That is bad. Put the oil in there. Hang on, pass through that torch. Yeah, look at all that. There's still more in there. Yeah. He's alive! So we're now on day 2 of taking the turbo out, and mainly because Chris came around to surprise me, as you saw, for a couple of seconds just, and he stayed a good couple of hours with his missus, and we had a good catch up. So I didn't finish the Supra, I didn't finish the Alfa off, so I've got the Alfa still to do. Not really bothered, so we're going to crack on with it today. You can see that I've got the exhaust pipe hanging down. Obviously I've shown you the oil coming out of it yesterday as well. Can I get this bonnet pop back open? Come on. There we go. So, heat shield's off, you can now see the turbo. As you can see there, you see the turbo. Still haven't got this pipe off, still not managed to get it off, but I've got the exhaust off, got the heat shield off. I sprayed the top bolts for the manifold to hopefully crack them off. We're gradually getting there. I think I've got to move this dipstick tube further down. I don't know, maybe I just need to, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to carry on, hopefully pry off that pipe, get that out of the way so I can see the turbo a bit more. Might do that first, and then undo the manifold bolts and the oil feed, the EGR and the oil return, and then we're there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to continue now, guys, and with a bit of luck we'll have this turbo out soon. I would like to set the freaking, you know, the stand up and show you, have it shown you, but you can't really see what I'm doing because the gap's that tight. I know you guys like seeing what I'm doing, but unfortunately you can't see what I'm doing because there's no room. But you'll see it when I get the turbo out, or when I'm ready to set the turbo out. So I shall come back to you shortly. Well, shortly for you guys anyway. Right then, guys, I'm at the moment of taking the turbo off, so I'm going to try and set up the tripod somehow. Everything's undone. Got one little nut up here just holding it on, but everything's loose. I took the battery out and the tray out to give me access to get to an EGR pipe, so I've undone one bolt instead of two. Oil feed's off, oil return at the bottom's off, all the bolts for the turbo's off. Finally got this pipe off. Managed to, nearly fell over. Managed to spin the clamp round to undo it. Obviously the exhaust off, so as you can see. Yeah, she's ready to drop. And I've already had my finger on the sounds dodgy. I've already had my finger on the shaft of the turbo, and it's fucked. No other way of saying it. So I'm going to get this dropped now. I'm going to set the camera up on the tripod and hope that you might be able to see something. I don't know. I'm going to stick it in the garage so you can see me working on top and the bottom, and we'll hope for the best. Fingers crossed, guys. Hey, let's hope for the best, guys. Undone, the top nut. The turbo is off, which is loose. I just don't want to drop it on my face. I've got something to support it. I need to unplug it. There we go, guys. Can't believe I forgot to unplug the lambda sensor. Oh. But I did it. Yo, bitch. So here is the offending article. I need to get the cat taken off. And I imagine I've got to take that EGR pipe off as well so I can send it away. Don't know about the actuator. I assume I have to take that off as well, but it might come with an actuator. I don't actually know until I ask. So I'm going to leave the actuator attached. Yeah. It wasn't, oh, there's a bolt there. We'll get that bolt while we've got access to it. It wasn't that hard to do. I've done one previously on a 1.9 Astra. Same engine on an Astra. I remember it being a pig, but this one's not. So I'm going to get my gloves back on, and I get that cat taken off, and then I'm going to put it on the bench and show you guys why it's knackered. So just give me a couple of minutes, or you just stay tuned on this video. So here is the knackered turbo. I'm going to try and light it up and film at the same time, guys. I can show you. So you can see the exhaust shaft. Look at that movement. And because of that movement, it started to bend the fins. And if I spin it around so we can see the compressor side, and get the torch in there, hopefully you guys can see. You can see that the fins are bent, and yeah, they are knackered. They are really bent. That is one dead turbo. And because of that, it's caused all the oil that's all in the exhaust and all that business. Not good, but hopefully we can rescue this car now. Cat's off, pipes off, everything's off now. So I'm just going to try and clean things up best I can. Even that's freaking all greasy in there. Yeah, so I'm going to try and clean everything the best I can. And I'm going to have to wait for the new turbo, which I haven't ordered yet. But, productive day. Days. I'm happy we got the turbo off. Yes, people could say I could stick a hybrid turbo on and all that business, but car's got 160k on it. I'm probably going to think about mapping it anyway and putting a bigger intercooler on it, so I'm probably not going to want to go down the lines of putting a hybrid turbo on it because it's even more stress, but I'm not. I want to keep the money down, just going to get a recon of the normal turbo, which is a Garrett turbo, might I add. You can see that there, look, it's a Garrett turbo. But yes, so I'm going to go and tidy up now and tool up because I have a hell of a lot of tools out, but good day. So I can't really continue now with the Alfa until I have my new turbo. So, bit of a short but sweet video, I suppose. But the battery's off now charging, the turbo's off, and I'm going to order my new one tonight. Or tomorrow morning. I get it this week. So you know what the next video is going to be on the Alfa. That's right, we're going to be fitting a spoiler. I kid. We're obviously putting the turbo back on. So that's what we're going to be doing next in the next video on the Alfa. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're glad to see me back. I'll see you soon in another video, guys. Whether it be the BM, the MR2, the Supra, the Alfa. Who knows? There's just that many cars on the channel now. Who knows? Probably the Alfa. I need the Alfa on the road. So stay humble. Look at my dirty hand. Look at my dirty hand. I have gloves on. See you in another video, guys. Ciao. Bye.